Hey guys, my name is Mattsuki and I hope you all enjoyed my April Fool's video that I uploaded the other week. I've also been sick for the past week, so anything in the comments is really appreciated, honestly. But today I wanted to discuss the potential substitution or replacement of Modern Warfare 2019's Spec Ops, and other modes in multiplayer too, like perhaps Ground War, Realism, and the night maps. Of course, we will be looking back at all of this in hindsight. Some new modes stick, some don't. Some new innovations do, while some don't. However, I don't want to hear another, "If it ain't broke, don't fix it" cliche. It's not a good rule of thumb because, in my opinion at least, it discourages any form of innovation. There are good innovations, like going from kill streaks to score streaks, to bad innovations like going from score streaks to Black Ops Cold War's versions of those score streaks that don't reset on death. The fundamental point of a streak was to reward a player for literally going on a streak without dying. Sheesh. Rewards for going on a bunch of mini streaks was just a horrible idea that devalues what high streaks are. Now that that's out of the way, let's go over Spec Ops. This game called it co-op, but anywho, this experience was regarded as one of the worst third modes in COD history. Although this year's Vanguard Zombies had no problem topping it for the worst, as it is now. But let's not forget, both modes had minimalistic launches. Modern Warfare's co-op had a year to age. It went from one classic Spec Ops map, and 4 operations and 3 survival maps only on PlayStation, to 6 Spec Ops maps, 8 operations, and 10 survival maps. Yeah, this mode got a decent amount of updates, but were they truly worth it? Especially when PC and Xbox had zero access to any of the 10 survival maps until a whole year later? Or even when survival doesn't have at least 50% of multiplayer's traditional maps? This isn't even including Shipment, any Incursion, any of the other 4 day and night cycle map counterparts, and any of the 16 additional gunfight maps. I mean, yeah, the face-off maps back on MW3 didn't have survival either, but MW3 did give us survival on all of its classic 6v6 launch maps, and most of the DLC maps too. So, to say the least, quantity was a letdown in 2019. Now, hear me out. Gameplay didn't do much better than the originals. In fact, it was a lot worse in some areas. But this shall not be the time and place to use "if it ain't broke, don't fix it." Let's take a look at the exact sort of spin New Infinity Ward was trying to apply to Spec Ops. Then we'll talk. Abandon the arcadey feel. We're getting rid of difficulty stars entirely. The maps shall speak for themselves. But wait, we need some sort of progression for the players. Let's add a munitions store. Gain points every match to earn munitions boxes and streaks to start off with. It's always great to take the 3 free boxes too. Once in a match, earn cash to spend at buy stations on guns, equipment, and other munitions. But wait, there's a twist. Stations deactivate during waves, except for the weapons station that still lets you buy ammo. Let's look at enemies. Juggernauts now melee with their lootable minigun, and sprint like Dr. Robotnik on the Death Egg. Watch out! Unless you have a shotgun, then you're A-okay to get close and personal. No more attack dogs or suicide bombers that explode after death? No. We got identical blue hoodied sprinters that will explode on death. And no dogs. To be honest, this mode is easier with the more people you have in your party. The more players, the more likely you'll be able to mess around and even revive fallen players with the support of fire cover. So to summarize, you got a mode that discourages movement during rounds while encouraging players to stock up between rounds with only 30 seconds on the clock. You won't be able to access all stations on most maps, so choices and priorities are needed to be made for each mad dash. Luckily, MW19 lets you buy however many streaks you want. MW3s would kinda cut you off after 1 or 2 of the high-end streaks, and that was it. No more Delta and Riot Shield squads for you. Also, since Gunsmith existed, you were able to customize a weapon just for you. And also not to mention how lethal headshots were to the average enemy. You could really get on a roll once you've learned all the little secrets and effective techniques. Like this. See that? That's useful. But were these features good enough on their own? Or was this mode living in the shadow of its beloved predecessor, not able to match it, therefore not beat it? Unfortunately, that was the case for most people. Changes to enemies took away from the classic survival feel. Changes to the buy station only allowing purchases between rounds made people feel limited, and made defending a building near the ammo station the only viable playstyle, at least for solo players or low coordinated teams. But probably most importantly, the community feedback lacked. Result, hardly any changes and updates, plus no hype from 2/3 of the entire player base because of PlayStation exclusivity. It's a shame and might very well be the reason why Survival flopped. Perhaps with proper feedback there could have been classic buy stations, the return of dogs, and classic bombers. And what about a custom difficulty mode instead of the old stars system? Let me customize the waves of enemy types. Stuff like that. But no, the entirety of Spec Ops was brought back behind house and shot in cold blood, day one. What could have been you, we do not know. For Spec Ops to rise in fame, there's countless solutions, but today I wanted to lay out just one that doesn't involve bug fixing or replacing it with zombies or another horde mode. I want to replace co-op with something else everlasting and worthwhile. For Modern Warfare 22's sake, we should drop co-op for party games. Yeah, party games such as gun game, slasher, prop hunt, one in the chamber, infected, and gesture warfare. Want to bring back the fun in camo challenges too? This entire experience is about having fun. We don't even need camos tied to guns. What if they're tied to specific modes instead? Like, get top 3 in gun game 20 times, kill a slasher 10 times, be the last one standing and infected 30 times. The list goes on. You could even have seasonal event maps, camos, and challenges that cycle throughout the years to come. And maybe bring back the World War II style HQ that changes every season. You can hang out with your friends on a brand new map full of Modern Warfare 22 parkour runs and quad races. This experience could be grounded within the world of Modern Warfare 22. Imagine all the guns are just like altered into BB guns, so canonically your soldiers are just having a wacky airsoft battle, which are the party game modes. You could even have exaggerated funny death animations where your character releases a horror movie level scream, or a little congrats moment. GG, soldier. Also, menus could be similar to BO3's except more customizable, and they could have this music that just pumps you up for a fun time with the homies. Haha, it would just be so cool to have this sort of change in pace in COD. Leave multiplayer's aesthetic alone. Let multiplayer be that soldier fantasy version of the campaign, but party games? Let people get wacky there. Stylize the mode a bit. Don't make it cartoony or ugly. Make sure it stays grounded, but have fun with it. Like, how about let players earn some green sunglasses, or let people grind for a nice and shiny paint job? Not to mention what can make this game mode extremely successful is a map creator, and creator codes similar to Fortnite's. Yeah, I know COD isn't designed on a grid system like Fortnite is, but it could be. Fortnite's works extremely well, plus, if it helps, just start small and let players only build with simple props. We don't need to place Piccadilly statue on our custom maps, just give us chain link fences, concrete, plywood, and shipment containers. The aesthetic of everyone's map could be Modern Warfare 19's King, Pine, Sweetball, and Stack maps. I'm telling you guys, if this experience was one of the big 3 in any Call of Duty title, it would be universally loved. It would be an instant modern classic that rivals zombies. I personally don't think Survival or the rest of co-op in any Call of Duty title has come close to the success and replayability of zombies. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. But party game modes are requested every year. Players love them. People love them. So please, Infinity Ward, consider this for Modern Warfare 22. All studios, please consider this for all future COD titles. But Treyarch specifically, stick with zombies and implement more innovations, like done with Outbreak. Stick to what you're good at. So what if instead of putting resources into night maps, operations, Spec Ops maps that could just be under the campaign experience, or ground war maps that should have been under Warzone instead of Modern Warfare, or even Survival, what if these assets were put into the right spots and or substituted for this party mode surely everyone would want? And for you lovely lads watching this video, what do you want to see for Modern Warfare 22's third mode? Party games? Zombies? Something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. I love to read them all and respond to most. Plus, I'd love to hear all of your opinions on this subject. Also, please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and want to help out the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.